As efforts to end the war in Ukraine continue, the White House is working to set up a face-to-face meeting between the presidents of Russia and Ukraine.
Torian Small joins us from the nation's capital now, one day after President Trump hosted the Ukrainian president there.
And Torian, some are questioning how involved the U.S. will be in all of this.
Devin and Charisse, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt said discussions around what security guarantees will look like are still ongoing, but as of now, it will not include U.S. troops.
President Trump is working to coordinate a meeting between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin, which would be the first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders since Russia invaded Ukraine.
There are many options that are being discussed by our national security team right now with both parties.
On Monday, as he hosted President Zelensky and European leaders at the White House, President Trump suggested he might take part in a meeting with the two leaders.
I'll set up a meeting with President Putin. And if you'd like, I'll go to that meeting. And not that I want to do that, but I will do that.
But on Tuesday, White House officials said the president thinks it makes sense for Putin and Zelensky to meet one-on-one.
The president has always said that there are areas of disagreement in this war that will have to be discussed and decided upon by these two countries. And so he wants these two countries to engage in direct diplomacy.
The timing of the meeting remains uncertain, but the White House has indicated it hopes to solidify a plan by the end of the week.
CBS News has learned Budapest, Hungary is among the locations under consideration to host talks. On Monday, President Trump discussed with President Zelensky security guarantees which would protect Ukraine from future Russian invasions. The White House said Tuesday those guarantees will not involve U.S. troops on the ground.
The president has definitively stated U.S. boots will not be on the ground in Ukraine.
The White House says the specifics of security guarantees are being negotiated.
NATO Secretary General said discussions at the White House yesterday did not include territory and said President Trump insisted that has to happen between Putin and Zelensky. At the White House, Torian Small, WWL, Louisiana.